you've been working on your documentary uh, when you went to South Africa.
If only people knew what was going on in the background with that. It's been absolute chaos
Really?
with just it's actually coming out. Like, it was supposed to come out tonight, and it's
Okay.
still May actually, but it's like completely done. There's just like two little tweaks that need to be out on it. So like either tonight, or if the guys don't get back to me tomorrow. But yes, Farmlands is finally coming out,
And
and
people can see the trailer at your page. I have the link down there. It's the featured video you have up there. It looks
yeah.
fucking. I like how, by the way, you're like, oh my god, this is a nightmare. Like, that's the nightmare, that you're like a few days late compared to being in South Africa where there are actual people potentially trying to murder you. Yo,
Well,
yeah,
it's also an urgent situation.
yeah,
So it's not like I have, of course, this is the first documentary I've ever made. And you kind of, whenever, even look, making a YouTube video, you look at YouTubers and you're like, damn, that's so easy. I could do that. And then you go to do it. And like 2 days later, you're crying on the ground and you're like, why isn't my audio working? Why did my computer crash? Why can't I do any of this editing? Except in the documentary case, it's more like, why have I been banned from this country? Oh no, Tommy's been put in jail. My cameraman can't finish this last week. Oh no, his passport's been declined. Like, the chaos that's gone on in the background of creating this documentary has been ridiculous. But hopefully it'll look like it went smoothly and perfectly. That's the goal.
yeah.
For
I
it
mean,
to look like it took no effort.
I mean, it looks intense. It
Happened all
looks
perfectly.
really it looks really intense. I like the one line in the trailer. You're like, hang on, I wrote it down so I can remember like what you wrote. Yeah, like, in a place where farming is the most dangerous job.
It sounds so silly, but it's true. Like,
Yeah, I'm like far, and then you have like a pan shot of like blood on a wall. This dude's like, and the knife went through here, out here, and I'm like, I would stop being a farmer. My God, but I'm sure that they don't have
so
options
this
there.
is in the documentary, but I'll give people a little bit of a spoiler. That guy, we never made a video of him because we saved a lot of footage for the documentary. I'll give some sneak peeks here right now. But that guy who had the bullet, it was a bullet. It went through his cheek and no, out his other cheek, like near his ear.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he had 3 attackers climb over their fence and attack him and his 13-year-old son while they were getting in the car, and met his son, really, really nice kid. And 2 of them were, no, it was one that had shot him in the face, and his 13-year-old son is sitting there, like his dad's literally been shot in the face, and he's fighting off the 2 other attackers. And the guy just managed to save himself because he grabbed the handle of the gun and like pushed it away before it shot him again and finished him basically. His blood is still all over the wall of their garage.
And that's what you had. You had
Yeah.
filmed that too, right? Like the
Yeah.
dried blood. Yeah, yeah.
So their family is just like the house they live in now. It's insane. They've just got electric fences everywhere, motion sensors. People, it was really fun because going to people's houses there, they always have tons of adorable dogs, but then you forget the dogs are there as security measures. They're there to warn them when people have come on the property. Another thing that's going to be in the documentary that I know is going to get me in so much trouble, but I did it anyway. Have you ever heard of a place called Orania?
Okay, I think you told me this. Like
I'm
like
gonna
you
get in
told
so
me
much
this.
trouble.
Yeah, you told me this. This is like a fantastic story. Please go ahead and say it. This is great.
I can't tell all the stories on here, but
Yeah,
Orania
this one's
is
good.
so when apartheid when they ended apartheid, there was a group of people that were just like, nope, we want nothing to do with this. We're going to make our own white ethnostate and see ya. And for some reason, the apartheid ended government said, you know what, fine, we'll let you have one ethnostate. To be fair, though, there are tons of areas known as the Black tribal homelands where only Black people can live on them. And they're these huge, vast areas that are like 1 billion times the size of Orania. But Orania is this one area, and it's probably one of the only places in the world where it's a Boer Afrikaner community that's only allowed white people there. And it was the most bizarre place I've ever gone to in my entire life. I walked into the government office, and the government office has a giant poster of Andrew Breitbart in it. Like they're this super right-wing ethnostate, and I do a piece on them because they were just really interesting. So that will be in the documentary. It's the reason Orania is so controversial in documentary is just because the facts about it are really upsetting. Like to tell people, like I can't even say it without knowing people are going to be offended, but they have a literally zero crime rate. Like I know that sounds horrible, but they do. They have a zero crime rate. It's close to zero, other than like a domestic here and there. Like I spoke to them and I like asked them multiple times. I went to the government and I was like, "Are you serious? Tell me right now. Like you're telling me you don't have crime here." And they're like, "We just don't." And then I walk outside and everyone's like left the keys in their cars and everything and their motorcycles, and I'm like, this is just inherently offensive.
I'll be honest. Compared to the farmland section and that place, I'd live in the ethnostate, like straight up. If I had to pick, call me offensive, call me whatever the fuck you want. I have to have motion detectors outside my house to not be afraid, and dogs and shit, or head to a place where there's like no crime. Come on. Guys,
they've asked to expand it, but they're not allowed to expand it. That's the thing. Okay. So they only have a limited number of people that can live there.
Damn. So what you saying is this is the real Mandela effect. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying? You don't know
Mandela effect? You're like, I don't know what to say to that.
I have no idea what you're saying to me.
The Mandela effect, that's a dumb conspiracy theory, and I'm saying this is the real Mandela effect.
I still don't get it. Maybe I'm
Nelson Mandela, the African National Congress.
Yes, I know who he is. And I know what the Mandela effect is, but I don't know how this is. Oh, okay.
This is the real one where the crime.
Okay.
That's crazy. What's the place called?
It's called Orania.
I'm gonna book a ticket. I'm interested. But no, for real though. Oh, she's just like.
I got a T-shirt.
You got a T-shirt. It's a bunch of white people smiling, like yay.
I'm in my pajamas though, so don't judge me.
Yeah. No, it's not cool. I'm in pajamas as well. I just make the top half look decent, you know.
Show you my Orania T-shirt. There you go.
Yo, that's awesome.
I'm like, I can't even wear this out of the house. Like, what if someone recognizes it and they're like, "You went on vacation to Orania"?
That's fucking brilliant. I wanted to ask you, when you were there, did anything like creepy happen? Like, were you like actually worried for your life at any point? Well, like while you were there, because I know me, I'd be anxious, scared of everything, wouldn't be able to sleep at night. But yeah,
this is where when I didn't have security the whole time I was in South Africa. Instead, what I had was a guide who knew the country. And this is what I will always suggest for people traveling. It is a billion times better to have someone who knows the country than it is to have a bunch of people with guns. Because we would do things specifically where it's like, okay, we know after 7 p.m., we can't drive on this highway or we'll be killed. So we would finish our driving before sunset whenever we were going to another zone or location. There was one part where there was like a fight that happened on the road. People were screaming at each other. I just ducked with my pepper spray. That was probably one of the few times I was a little bit afraid. But it was always things where we like just slightly missed an attack or just slightly missed something that happened in a town or a riot. Like we went to interview a woman who owned a paintball studio. It was actually really hilarious, this one, because we asked her, we were like, so did you get robbed and you have to deal with crime a lot here? And she was like, oh yeah, they usually come at about around 4 on Thursdays. And I was like, what? You have like a set time for when the robbers come? She's like, oh, around 5 p.m. around checkout. Thursdays usually happened last week. We leave, and 2 days after, she had an armed robbery. Right after we interviewed her, like that's how she got beat with a pipe before, and she had to fly to the UK to go get counseling. It was so horrific for her. And actually, after she had that robbery, when we interviewed her, she shut down her whole shop and is leaving South Africa right now.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say you might as well just close down your paint. Like, all right, guys, stop paintballing for a second. There's pipes being swung at you. Like, wow, that's fucking scary as shit, man. Wow.
And it sucks too because it's really difficult to get guns there. So people end up just having to buy paintball stuff. They get pepper guns, and that's not going to do much to a guy with an actual gun. The criminals with the guns, you're kind of just hoping they go away or get scared away by your paintball equipment. So a lot of the paintball shops are sold as defensive gear for the Afrikaner population.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, okay, when you had released the trailer, a lot of people's criticisms were like, why aren't you covering the, Black deaths there? And then your explanation like makes total sense. The news covers that already,
yeah,
but no one is covering the white genocide happening to these farmers.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it genocide yet. It's certainly it's in the phases. I mean, you can look at Genocide Watch. It was brought up to stage 8. It's at stage 5 right now, I think.
How many stages?
But
are
if
there?
it continues in the direction that it's going, yeah, it's certainly scarily enough going to reach that point. But of course, I mean, I'm looking at my Wikipedia. They've updated it, and now it's got all this stuff about Lauren Southern is a anti-feminist, xenophobic, Islamophobic, and borderline white nationalist. The tagline of her documentary trailer says crisis, oppression, genocide, which says that she's involved in a broader white nationalist campaign against a perceived racial genocide. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. Whoever worked on my Wikipedia page recently, come on, man. But if you got it, I have to be super careful. Of course, if it were any other race that had this happening to them, the word genocide would be thrown around by every single mainstream outlet. But when you're on the side of most of the criticism from the mainstream, both left and right, you have to be very, very careful with your wording, because I want people to take this documentary seriously, because it is such an important crisis that really needs to be paid attention to, or people will lose their lives. So I want to be so careful with the language that I use when describing the situation.
Yeah, definitely. But the government doesn't really cover those stories with one of the main points too, right? Is that
sorry?
The government doesn't cover those stories as much?
No. Yeah, the government will record the murders as robberies gone wrong.
Okay.
The press in South Africa won't talk about it. So I see it also as a balancing act. Like, I will talk about, I'm talking about an issue white people face. I know people don't like that. I know people don't want to hear it. But this is an issue that has a lot of basis in race. Everything is based around tribalism and race in South Africa. That's just the way things go. It's no one's saying they like it. They're just saying this is the reality. And everyone wants to focus on whether it be Black people's issues, Asians' issues, whatever it may be, women's issues. But yeah, white people face issues too. And in South Africa, certainly more so than usual. And I think it's not just okay that we talk about it, but it is our duty as honest people in the political sphere to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I know you need to go soon, by the way.
Yeah.
But I want to just ask, okay, Jay, do you have any questions about the documentary?
So basically the documentary is saying that Wakanda's not real.
Failed state, sorry. The Rainbow Nation did not work out so well.